All right, guys, here's part 2 of Unit 4, Lesson 1. Living on the land, you've seen that bison live in a grassland ecosystems. What other types of land ecosystems are there? Forest ecosystems have a lot of trees. Tropical rainforests have many different kinds of trees. These forests are warm and wet all year long. Animals like jaguars, toucans, and monkeys live in tropical forests. Some forests have warm summers and cold winters. Woodpeckers, squirrels, deer, and bears are common. The trees such as oak and maples lose their leaves in the fall. Other land ecosystems are shown in these 2 pages. So here is a desert. The kangaroo rats, rattlesnakes, and cactus populations all live in the deserts. They have adaptations that help them survive in the dry ecosystem. Ecosystem in the mountains. Stellar jays, mountain goats, and pine trees live in different mountain ecosystems. These ecosystems are found high on the side of the mountains. They are cold for most of the year. This stellar jay uses materials from its environment to build a nest. Also, it finds food in its environment. And down here is the elf owl. It eats insects that live in cactuses. The cactus provides a place for the owl to live and help the owl survive in its habitat. So what's the difference? The land ecosystems discussed on these pages have similarities and differences. Choose 2 sentences and list 3 ways that they choose 2 ecosystems, and list 3 ways that they are different. Okay, so one, I will help you do this. So I'm going to choose the grasslands and the desert. So the way that the desert is different, the desert has snakes. It's dry and has cactus. Desert, what was that? That was mountains, wasn't it? Okay, the ecosystem mountains. So yeah, the mountains had stellar jays, mountain goats, and pine trees that cannot be found in the desert. Why don't you let me type? There it goes. The mountains have goats and pine trees. So I want you to type that. That will be your sentence you need to type. If I can get this clicked off. There we go. The desert has snakes, it's dry, has cactus, and the mountains have goats and pine trees. Sorry, it's a little bit harder to read, but this is not being cooperative this morning. Pause if you need to record this answer. All right, now under the water. Most of Earth is covered with water. There are many different living things below the surface of ponds, lakes, rivers, and oceans. If you look at the globe, you'll notice a lot of blue. That blue represents Earth's oceans. The oceans consist of salt water. Animals like sea turtles, whales, and lobsters live in the ocean ecosystems. Some ocean animals like coral don't look like animals at all. The oceans also has plant-like life forms such as kelp and seaweed. Rivers, lakes, and ponds and streams are usually fresh water. Fresh water has much less salt than the ocean. Frogs, ducks, and many kinds of fish live in fresh water. Alligators are found in freshwater wetlands. Land animals like deer, foxes, and raccoons drink the fresh water. Ocean ecosystem. This huge underwater ecosystem is made of tiny ocean animals called corals. Clownfish live around sea anemones in their habitat. The clownfish are immune to the anemone stings, but animals that might eat the clownfish are not. So it's like the movie Finding Nemo. They lived in a sea anemone, and it can shock other fish, but it can't shock the clownfish. River ecosystems. Rivers carry water to the ocean. This flowing water is an ecosystem made of fresh water. River otters build their shelters next to rivers where they can swim and catch fish. Describe how the animals in the 2 photographs use resources and environment. Okay, well, the otters build their shelters next to rivers where they can catch fish, so they're going to live where they can eat, and the clownfish live in the anemone for protection. So I will type it here. You see it right. The clownfish use their environment for protection, and the otter uses it for food. Okay, so just type that down real quickly. And again, you're going to have to pause it probably to copy this down, but it's almost time for y'all to come in here. So next one. So this one, sum it up. I want you to do it on your own. You know why? Because the answers are down here. Y'all know that. And then I want this page done today is just a word scramble based on the important words here. So the first one, this is an ecosystem that contains salt water. So I'll give you this first one. It's ocean. O, well, my pen right, O-C-E, my pen, A-N, ocean. They use all letters. So like this next one, bison, antelope, roam this flat. So where was this at? Okay. Living, this is basically your vocabulary words. I'm going to give you a sheet of paper that can help you, but I want this side and the next page done and turned in hopefully today, if not tomorrow. It is going to be due tomorrow because I'm going to start the next lesson tomorrow. Then this one says, what kind of ecosystem would you find these living things? Write the name underneath each one. Go back and look through the book. Where would you find a clownfish? Would you find it in the desert, in the ocean? Where would you find it? Alligator, cactus, all that. Where would you find it? This is just one word answers. And this one says, explain the difference between a population and community. Just give me the definitions for both and an example. Okay? Easy peasy. See you all in a few minutes.